starts now.
Hello, and thanks for joining KMU8 News at noon. I'm Nnamdi. We start our newscast with breaking news. A stunning reversal by prosecutors in Chicago. The state is dropping all charges against Empire actor Jussie Smollett. He was accused of staging a phony attack, claiming he was the victim of a hate crime and charged with disorderly conduct. Smollett was in a criminal courthouse for an emergency hearing on Tuesday. It's unclear why all the charges were dropped. His attorneys released a statement saying Smollett was a victim who was vilified and made to appear as a perpetrator as a result of false and inappropriate remarks made to the public, causing an inappropriate rush to judgment. Smollett's spokesperson said his record would be fully expunged. I'm Nnamdi, and this is your CNBC News Now. Stocks finishing the day mixed. The Dow's dipping 22 points, the S&P up 3, and the Nasdaq adding 43.
Good morning, I'm Nnamdi here to look at some of the top stories we're following on Newsy. House Democrats are scheduling a conference call on Monday to discuss, quote, grave matters. Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi made the request in a letter to Democrats. She wants the group to continue reviewing the, quote, disrespectfully late and selectively redacted report from Special Counsel Robert Mueller and determine how to best move forward.
According to a study done at Northwestern University, more younger adults are dying from heart failure. It shows despite many advances in treatment, deaths from heart failure have increased since 2012, especially among adults under 65. Mid-Missourians are increasing their communication and leadership skills. A local nonprofit organization is hosting an annual meeting tonight, helping members better themselves. KMU8's Garrett Tiaz joins us live to explain how the group can help you too. Garrett?
U.S. officials have contemplated the terrorist group designation for years. Back in 2007, they did so for the division of the group that executes international operations for its support of terrorism. But they fell short of updating the designation for the entire security force.
Norwegian officials have opened an investigation into the cruise ship that ended in a Mayday call and aerial evacuations. Authorities want to know why the Viking Sky set sail along the coast despite storm warnings. The ship's engines failed Saturday, forcing a major rescue effort by helicopters. The ship was carrying more than 1,300 people, including many American and British passengers, when it hit severe weather and rough seas. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu cut his trip to D.C. short after meeting with President Trump following a rocket attack. The rocket from the Gaza Strip struck a house in central Israel early this morning in an attack that could set off another round of violence shortly before the Israeli election. There was no immediate claim of responsibility for the incident. 7 people were injured. Secretary of Treasury Steven Mnuchin says President Trump's tax returns will not be turned over.
He wrote in a letter the House committee's request lacks a legislative purpose.
If you haven't been outside today, you should head out there. Tim, what can we expect today?
The worldwide grounding of the Boeing 737 MAX is continuing to plague the company's sale numbers. Boeing, for the third straight month now, reporting no new orders for its 737 MAX. The planes have been grounded worldwide since mid-March, and while Boeing has prepared software fixes for the planes, regulators have not indicated when the plane will be cleared to fly again. Meanwhile, Richard Branson's space venture, Virgin Galactic, is set to become the first publicly traded space tourism company. The company announcing Tuesday that it plans to go public by the end of this year. Branson's space unit has already sold 600 tickets to aspiring astronauts, raking in $80 million in sales. And Warner Media announcing today that its new streaming platform will be called HBO Max. The service is set to join a crowded field of rivals in the spring and will boast exclusive streaming rights for Friends, which is the second most streamed show on Netflix after The Office, which will also be moving off the service in the coming years. And that's your news now.
With the Russia investigation finally over, Trump and Republicans are now on the offensive. Democrats in Washington are setting a deadline for the Justice Department to release the full report. NBC's Kristen Welker has details.
Good morning, I'm Nnamdi here with a look at some of the top stories we're following on Newsy. Today marks the 20th anniversary of the Columbine High School mass shooting. 2 students killed 12 of their peers, 1 teacher, and injured more than 20 others. It's considered one of the worst mass shootings in U.S. history and one of the deadliest episodes of school violence. The shooting served as a catalyst for many conversations about gun control and school safety. The Trump campaign says it's earned more than $1 million in re-election funds since Special Counsel Robert Mueller's report was made public on Thursday. The campaign has been sending fundraising texts to supporters. It informed them Friday afternoon, a day after the report's release, that it exceeded its goal by $100,000. So far, the Trump campaign has raised $30 million, according to The Hill. That's as much as the top 2 Democratic presidential contenders combined. And possessing, producing, or distributing marijuana are grounds for denying immigrant citizenship. In a policy alert, the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services said violations of controlled substance laws remain a conditional bar to establishing good moral character for naturalization. Since marijuana is still considered a Schedule I controlled substance federally, its usage can warrant an immigration violation, even if it's legal in the state where the violation occurs. Those are our headlines for now. Stay tuned for more updates in a bit.